Hey, this is Dave with the Shepherd School, and today's project isn't really a prepper project, but it is something that I think is quite useful, especially if you're like me and you do a little bit of business on the side and you have business cards. What we're going to show you how to do is to make a notepad out of your business cards, right? Just like with notebooks or post-it notes or whatever, where they have the little rubber strip that holds everything together. That's kind of what we're going to do. That's what we're going to show you. And this is very useful because I find that if I just throw a bunch of loose business cards in my pocket, they get crinkled, they get wrinkled up, especially in the car. And because these are glued together, kind of bound together, that the width of them, the thickness, keeps everything nice and straight, keeps everything from getting crinkled. So it protects my business cards as well as keeps them together and makes it very simple for me to pick up and put them in my pocket. And then when I'm out and I want to give somebody one, they peel off just like paper on a notepad, and I can give it to them. And it's kind of impressive, it's kind of neat. You know, other people don't have business cards like that. And so all you need to do it is your business cards. And you don't have to do this with business cards. You could do this with, you know, with paper or whatever that you want to bind together. If you have a lot of PDFs of how-to stuff, right? Printouts, maybe from my website or from other sites, you know, this would work for that too. However, while the compound we're going to use will do a lot of business cards, it's not going to do a whole lot of 8.5 by 11 typing paper, so take that into consideration. So you've got your business cards, and you have a stuff called padding compound. And this 2-ounce bottle is enough to do several stacks of business cards, and it was only about $7 or so. We'll put a link in the YouTube description on the YouTube video page, as well as on my actual website, right? And it's got the instructions on here, and basically it says you just brush it on to whatever you want to make into a pad. If you have a little vise, it would probably work pretty good to stick this in a little vise, but all my stuff's downstairs, so we're just going to do it on the table. And I found, rather than using a brush, I just use my finger. And you just put a little bit on there, and I just rub it on, making sure I get it over every card equally. All right? Maybe the first one and the last one of the bunch might be a little sacrificial because you might get a little on there. And this is a lot like paint, or you know, maybe paint mixed with rubber cement in texture and consistency. Very loose silicone caulk maybe in feeling. So we're going to put it on here, we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to pack another layer on here. We want about 3 or 4 good layers. The thicker you put it on, the stronger it will be, but also the harder it will be to peel off. So you have to take that into consideration. Just a drop or two. Spread it out equally. And then let it sit to dry. Okay? Alright, so here it is. It's been about 2 hours or so. This is have about 3 coats on there, 3 small coats, and then let dry in between. Alright, if you think this is useful, think this is something that you would like to see, I have a recipe for do-it-yourself padding compound, homemade padding compound, so you don't have to buy the store-bought stuff. If you're interested in that, want me to do a video on it, just simply put it in the comments or let me know via email. And until next time, you can always catch us online, www.tandgun.com.